It is my absolute pleasure to be joined today by author AJ Raino. She is the author of the newly released book, Lena Learns the World. And so, AJ, tell us about this book.
Well, firstly, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here. So, Lena Learns the World is a chapter book with a great cover and illustrations. Done by my husband, an
Oh,
extremely
wow.
talented artist. He has a mini animated short called Panwang on YouTube. It's great. But the book is fun and encourages readers from ages 7 and up to be brave, to ask questions when the world is confusing. It gives the reader a relatable friend to share in the journey through the elementary world, through social lives, and the changes going on in the world. The book is about an awesome 11-year-old who is totally fearless and curious about everything in the world. She's all about asking questions, even if some people think she's a bit rude. But hey, how else is she going to learn, right? So in the book, she's super pumped to meet her fave pop star Diamond Stone at the mall. But things get a bit strange when the pop star starts referring to herself as we and us. So she's wondering, what is that all about? So Lena's on a mission to find out why, and then begins to wonder if she should follow in the steps of her fave pop star.
Interesting. So, it sounds like a very fun book that, children of really all ages would appreciate and enjoy. And your husband illustrated it. That's incredible. So, you wrote, he illustrated. That's a talented couple right there. So, that's
Yes,
amazing.
he is.
So, what was the point to where you're like, what was that inspiration point? That main inspiration that told you I have got to write this book and get it out to the world. What was that main inspiration?
Well, when I became a parent and, watching your child grows up with their growing pains that are similar to your growing pains, it's so much different from when I was growing up because kids are exposed to so much more with social issues at such a young age and with social media influences. I learned kids aren't sure what to think nowadays. I would talk with my nieces and nephews, and they would share with me their experiences with their friends. That some kids at school didn't want to be called he and she, and I noticed that they just had this uncertain look on their face, like they weren't sure how to respond. And the world today can be so perplexing for our young ones, and they have so many questions about what they're seeing, hearing, but may not know how to ask or hesitant to ask. So I wanted to create a relatable friend that shares in the journey to encourage our young ones to share their voice and to let them know that your questions and thoughts do matter.
I think this is amazing because obviously, I mean, in the time that you and I grew up, you're right, like it's night and day different. Like what our children are exposed to now, social media, I have teenagers now. So I'm like, I don't want them to have some of that, just because it's like I want them to learn the world, on their own. And so I agree. I love that you wrote this book for kids because it is different and it's something as parents it's hard for us to navigate. So what a great book for you to write to help parents navigate that. I mean, honestly, it can be used as a teaching tool that parents can use with their kids. So
Absolutely.
wonderful. So I agree. I think that's great. And so is there anything else you would like to share with us today about you, your book, or the message behind the book?
Well, I hope the book will encourage young readers to stand in truth and to know it's okay to ask those questions when things in the world doesn't make sense, despite the social pressures and uncertainties, and for readers to be inspired to navigate their challenges and curiosities with confidence. So hopefully next year I'll be putting out another one. Hopefully.
That was going to be one of my next questions. Okay, perfect.
um, same scenario, same chapter book, but longer with more graphics from my illustrator.
Wonderful.
So that is one thing I'm really excited about, putting that out as well. So just to know, Lena Learns the World is available for purchase on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, Books A Million, and other online retailers. The world is full of questions, and Lena does not have a problem asking them. So get ready to join Lena as she goes through her elementary world of friendship, joys, and curiosities. So please enjoy reading this fun and encouraging story. And let everyone else know, share in the journey as Lena learns the world.
Absolutely. And let Lena teach you that it's okay to ask questions. And I think that's is so important. And I love everything about this book. I love how you presented it. And I think every parent, every kid, and teachers, anyone could get this book and really find it useful for their children that they're around. And so thank you so much for sharing with us today. As you mentioned, yes, it's on Amazon, online at Barnes and Noble, it's Reader House, Apple Books, all those places as she listed. And we want to let everyone know to pick up this book today. And thank you so much for sharing, your heart with us and also about the book. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.